Today is the second day of our HRM course, and today we'll be talking about how you can attract and select. So today we are taking the second module, the second and the third module. That's the how to attract and how to select. And some may want to say, okay, what's the big deal about attraction? There's a lot about it. Do you know that there are some companies, they did not put any word out there that they need the staff. People just walk in and they start dropping their CVs. Something actually attracted them to that company. Some of you, when you were in the university, you already have an idea of where you want to work. Something attracted you to them. May I tell you something that as an entrepreneur, as an enterprise, we have a lot of capacity to do it better than some big conglomerates. I'm telling you the truth. Some people work in banks and we look at banks like, oh, they are high paying and so on. But some enterprises, small and medium businesses, they have staff that they pay more than people that work in some of these big companies. But why is it that people don't just want to come close and work in enterprises? One major reason is that people don't have policies, your company don't have processes, and people want to work in a place that is very, very organized. So it's much more than just saying that, okay, I can pay. No, people want their lives to have a resemblance of, okay, something makes sense. Something is making sense. This place I want to work or I'm working in, it's a good place to work in. So today we are going to talk about how you can attract. We are taking the Human Life Found HRM course, Module 2, how to attract and, how to attract a star employee to your company, how to attract them. Please, this human resource management course is about, what is about, and definitely will not take. So this attraction and selection is very important because that's the first stage of human resource management, the first stage. And I said something yesterday that even before you employ a staff, there are some things you need to do that will make your HRM very, very, important. That will make your HRM look balanced and have a very solid foundation so you don't have problems or issues with people. So, but before we go on, I just want to talk briefly about what the course is about. It's a 5-day course from Monday to Friday. Today is the second day. Yesterday, we handled Introduction to Entrepreneurship and HRM. And today, we'll be taking how to attract and select star employees to your company. And when I say star employees, I actually want to use that acronym STAR. So let's say a star. I'll use it later. So put it somewhere in your notes. That will be the foundation of the course. So we'll be discussing that. You'll understand soon. Then tomorrow, by the grace of God, we'll be taking train and blame. Train or blame, how to get the best out of your employees. On Thursday, to be served assessment and reward system. On Friday, by the grace of God, we'll be having traits of a successful entrepreneur and how to make your own staff policy. If you're going to miss any day, please don't miss Friday. It's very, very important because that's where we'll conclude on all the things we've learned during the week. So thank you so much. So if you have other friends that are supposed to be in this class, probably they entered and they had to go out, please call them that the training has started, send them a chat, a message that they should come into class now. And please, if you're listening to me today and you're not a member of Life Found Business Network on Facebook, please, after this course, search your Facebook for Life Found Business Network. Life Found as in Life, Found, F-O-U-N-T, it's a word, Life Found Business Network. And please join. You'll be asked some questions if you're a business person or aspiring and so on. Please answer those questions and the admin will let you join, because there are so many other things that we do in the network, information that can benefit your business, opportunities, grants, scholarships, and trainings, basically. We may not be so huge on advertisements. I'm sure there are other blogs that are doing so well there. So, but here we want to focus more on training, because when you learn, you'll be able to earn. So you can see the hashtag on my page. It's hashtag learn to earn, learn to earn. If you want to earn a lot of money, you need to learn how to earn, earn the money. So this is a boot camp for entrepreneurs, both practicing and aspiring. So you're welcome if you're a practicing entrepreneur, and if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you are also welcome. It off, because the darkest moment is just before the break of the dawn, when the light will shine, when the money will come. So I believe that this 2020 is an era for bigger things to come. So one of the best things you can do for yourself is to get my book. The title of the book is Entrepreneurship is a Beautiful Thing. So tonight we are voting for the book cover. So be part of the epic. I feel there's a drum roll somewhere. Let's just do some drum roll. So you're going to be a part of that voting system. I want you to vote. Help me choose the book cover. I have beautiful designs and I need you to help me make up my mind. You are now my tribe. So Life Found Tribe. So please, please be sure you get on board and help me to vote to choose the best book cover. Okay, my name is Yenisi Adeyeye and I'm the MD of Life Found Hospital. I co-founded Lifehound Hospital in 2012. And before I say so much about myself, let me go to the next slide. So I co-founded Lifehound Hospital in 2012, and I'm also the founder of Lifehound Business Network. Last month, we trained 420 entrepreneurs on bookkeeping. And this month already, more than 200 people, more than 250 people are registered for this human resource management program. So it shows that it's a very relevant course for this time. So please, if people are registered and they're not in class, let them know, share your notes with them. And don't forget what I said yesterday. If you are in my class, please make sure you have a writing material. It could be your phone, open the notebook on your phone, or a physical notebook, a hard copy. Please get your pens, and take notes. It's very important. And please, as you listen, write your company policies. So don't just listen and enjoy what I'm saying, because I know you're going to enjoy me talk. And don't just enjoy looking at my beautiful face, because I know I'm beautiful. All right, so please get value for yourself, for your business. It's our joy that your business will do well. It's our joy. So please make sure your business is doing so well, okay? Make sure your business is doing so well. And the way to it is to have structure for your business. So some of you've been hearing so many business coaches shouting structure, business structure. You're like, what is this structure? So now Yemisi Adeyeye has come to tell you what this structure is. So this is business structure. This is just an aspect of business structure. So we are going to put structure in how you hire, retain, and manage your staff. So this course is about structure on human resource management structure for your business. Like I said yesterday, many of us, we didn't have the privilege of working in very established companies or big companies that already have structures. So from school or somehow we just find ourselves starting our own business, and it's not your fault that your business is upside down, but you are no longer excusable after taking this course and your business is still not organized. So please write down, section your writing material into 3 parts. First part is the new things you're going to do. So it helps you to be able to take action. So put down your actionable points. So the first session should be the things that you're going to start doing that you learn in class today. The next one should be the thing you will stop doing that you learn that is not good, that you need to stop. Excuse me. And third one are the things you're already doing well and you like, and you want to say to yourself, thumbs up, I'll continue doing this one because I just heard that it's fine and it's good. So I just said something about taking notes. It's very important. I'm not just a medical doctor. I'm also a trained teacher. I have postgraduate diploma in education. So I'm very particular about, people that I teach. And that's why I call myself, your relatable business teacher. I'm also a mentor, international mentor for Tony Elumelu Foundation. I've trained over, I mentored over 5,000 business owners, and I teach business structure in the easiest way and sweetest way that you can imagine. You will enjoy my class so much that you also teach others what you've learned. Okay, thank you. So by the grace of God, my mentor in South Africa will be joining me in teaching this course. So it will come in one of these days. Please do not miss any day, because I will not tell you the day it will come, but it's coming by the grace of God. So his name is Angelo Keas. He's also, he's a fabulous trainer, coach, mentor. He has coached world leaders. World leaders. I know what I'm saying. You meet him, you enjoy his class. And this is a man that to sit in his class, you're not paying anything less than $6,000. And he has decided to be part of this, and we are giving you this for free. So please don't miss this, because the next one will not be free. Thank you. All right. So like I said, please, if you have not registered your email with us, that means you're going to miss out on so many opportunities. Some trainings will not be this loud. It's going to be quiet. So please make sure you are on our email list, register. If you don't know how to get on our email list, join Life and Business Network. You'll be able to have, more direct connection to us. Join Life and Business Network. Facebook group is on Facebook. So please actively participate in class. Yesterday, I really enjoyed the class yesterday, because almost everyone in class sent a chat, as they are learning what they are learning, they were putting it in. Everybody say, oh, I learned this part. So today, don't forget to chat. So just listen and just enjoy the rhymes and the flows. Just make sure as you are learning, as those not yet are dropping on your mind, also type it in the chat box. Let me know that I'm not speaking to myself and you are just on the other side and you are actively participating in class. Please, whatever reports we want you to give, either polls or we send you, Google Forms on the WhatsApp group, please fill it up. We need feedback too, because it makes us better. We need feedback. So it's not a one-way traffic. We need feedback. All right. So you can see a number on the screen, and my Instagram handle. You can always reach out to us, okay, for support, and whatever we can do, we'll do it. I've been giving so much freely these days, and when I'm ready to collect money too, I'll also let you know. So you bring the money. So make sure you do your business well, because research and training is part of allowable expenses in business. You're supposed to have a budget for training yourself, training your staff. So when we are asking for the money, don't say, I'm a business owner, I don't have money. It's allowable that according to laws, business laws, you are allowed to spend to train yourself. So I'm coming for that part of your budgets. All right. So yesterday we spoke about introduction to entrepreneurship and HRM. Someone asked for my slide, and I told the person, I'm not giving you slides. So don't be angry at me. Do you know why I'm not giving you slides? Because everything I'm teaching is in my book. And I'm also developing templates specifically for HR too. So reach out to me and get your copy. Don't forget, be on my Instagram page tonight. If you're my friend on Facebook, I'm putting out there, you are voting for the book cover. So you'll be the one to vote, okay? So you have a say in the book. So get ready to buy the book. It's just 5,000 Naira. Or let's just say $12 thereabouts in dollars. For those of us listening that you are not in Nigeria. But be sure that business principles, they are the same across board. It's just the sectors or the kind of business you do that may be different, but principles, they're the same. You definitely get, a lot of good things to use in your business. All right. So today we're talking about human resource management. Is the practice of recruiting, hiring, and deploying and managing an organization's employees. Some refer to it as human resources, just human resources. You can say HRM, you can say HR. They still, it's used interchangeably. The goal is to make effective use of employees, reducing risks, and maximizing return on investment. So what are we saying? We are saying that hiring a staff is also expensive because, you have to put the word out there. You have to do a lot of things, plan, mental thinking. You think, you plan, you write your job description, you do so many things. So it's also expensive. Sometimes you hire people who can help you to get the right staff. So it's expensive. So you want good returns. You don't just want to put your money, your time, your resources in something and you come out with a very bad staff, or hire a very, someone who is not fit for what you need the person for. Something like that happened to me recently. I spoke to someone that, okay, I needed someone who will help with IT. I also need someone who will also help with videos, editing, and so on. So when they introduced someone to me who can do this, I thought that the person was for IT. So my questions, my interactions were just on IT. And the guy was looking at me and in his mind, he was thinking, I'm a video expert. I'm good with video editing and so on. That's my core. So at the end of the day, I was backing at the wrong tree. You understand? So you need to get the best out of it because it takes a lot of time. At the end of the day, I was like, oh, sorry, oh, you are for IT, not this. So we make a lot of blunders and errors if we don't have structure. So today we are talking about human resource management skills, structure, and policies. So today you'll be writing a lot about your own policies. Do you have policies on hiring your staff? Yes, I'm a fashion designer. Do you have to have policy to get tailors to sew for me? Yes, you need policies because that's the reason why so many people in the fashion industry, they have lots of headache when it comes to staff, because today the staff are there, tomorrow they are not there because everything is just upside down. So today we are going to talk about how you can get the best, maximize returns on your investment and reduce risks in, employee matters. So human resource management is a process of managing people in organizations in a structured and thorough manner. Structured and thorough manner. Please underline the word structured. So what structure do you have? Don't forget yesterday we said that, don't say that, oh, my plans, my structure is in my head and I'm cool like that. You are not cool. We are not cool with you. You are also not cool. We don't want it to be on your mind. We want it to be in a document. We want it to be in a book that, others too can have access to. Others too can have access to it. So that's what we want. We want you to be able to hold in your hand and say, oh, this is my company policy. You understand? Like hold the book in your hand and say, oh, this is my company policy. This is my policy on HR. And mind you, this policy should also be placed in a place where other staff can have access to it. So it's not ambiguous. It's not a spiritual item. It's a physical property of your business. And mind you, don't just drop a copy and don't have, don't just drop it and don't have a copy. So make sure that if you're going to print it out or, put the link to the soft copy out there, make sure you also have, a backup somewhere so that it will not be like, okay, I just dropped the policy at work and we can't find the book again. It's not, that will not be nice at all. So I'm going to the next thing. So I just said that today we are going to use the acronym A*STAR. A*STAR. And A for the A, then STAR is STAR. So this is a summary of human resource management. So today we are going to just deal with attraction and selection. So A is for attraction, S is for selection. I hope you're writing. T is for training, A is for assessment, R is for rewarding. So this is human resource management summarized. Don't forget, this is just a chapter in my book. So if there's any good thing you want to do for your business, for yourself this year, as an aspiring entrepreneur, you must buy this book. And the title is Entrepreneurship is a Beautiful Thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So I can see some people looking at the screen and writing, So maybe I should just leave this on for a while. So while you write down, but don't worry, we are going to take this. So today we are taking attraction and selection. So tomorrow is training. Next tomorrow is assessment and reward. Then Friday we'll be taking traits of successful entrepreneur and writing your own policies. So let's go to the next slide. Attraction of staff into an organization is considered one of the main HR activities. So we are talking about attraction today. Don't forget, is usually the right step towards acquiring skilled employees to build competitive, skilled employee that will help you to build competitive advantage. What we are saying is that having employees is because you want to be able to compete favorably in the market. You want your business to do well. That's why you need people to join you. If not, you probably don't need anyone. You just do everything by yourself. You get all the profit, you do all the work. But as your business grows bigger, you cannot do it all alone. So you need people to come with you to develop that business, to make it grow. How do you get the attention of would-be staff? That is what attraction is about. I spoke to a company that is into hiring, HR company that helps other businesses to hire staff. And the entrepreneur, the owner of the business, said something to me, and I want you to think about it. It says 60% of the jobs available, they are not advertised. 60% of the jobs available, they don't put them out there. So that means that people have vacancies, but they don't put it out there. So if they don't put it out there, how do you attract, how does this kind of companies attract the right people they need? We'll be talking about it shortly. Also, I would like to tell you something. In my own company too, I don't put advert out. And I'll tell you why. Don't I hire people? I do. Haven't I laid off some staff? I have. Haven't we, discovered that sometimes we've expanded so much that we needed to add more staff? Yes, we've discovered that. Have we filled some of these positions? Yes. So why don't I make it public? And how do I now attract people despite of not making it public? So we'll talk about it. I'm not saying don't make your advertisement public. Yes, make it public. I'm going to drop some very important nuggets that you need to know, especially when you want to put word out there, even on social media, that you need a staff or staff to work with you. How do you communicate to others that you need a particular type of worker? How? There's a way to do it. And that's what we'll talk about shortly. All right. First, number one thing you need to know in order to attract the right kinds of staff. Number one thing you need to know, there are different things you need to know and pay attention to before you get the right staff to work with you. And this information cuts across all sectors. So it doesn't matter if you are in the agri sector or you are in the entertainment sector, or you are in the professional sector, maybe you are an accountant or a lawyer, or you are into IT. All of us, we need to hire people to work for us. So how do you know what position? First, you must know, how do you know the kind of staff you need to hire? First, you must know what position you want to fill. What is the position you want to fill? That's number one. So you can't just say, oh, I need a staff. So what kind of staff do you need? I just need people to work with me. Oh, no. You will not get the right fit that way. Oh, there's a lot of work in my workplace. My company is getting bigger. I just need somebody to work with me. What will they do? What is the role they need to do? What are their roles when they come to your business? So you must know the position they want to fill. What job will the person do when the person gets there? Then what is the job prescription? sorry, it's supposed to be description, not prescription. What is the job description? I apologize for that error. So it's job description, not job prescription. Okay, maybe because I'm a doctor, prescription just find a way to enter into my slide, but it's okay. So it's not prescription, no, it's job description. Okay, you know, for sure, JD. You know, some of us, we have an idea of what we want the person to do, but sometimes you find it difficult to crystallize your words and put it together and summarize it in a way that is easier for you to communicate out that this is what I need. So my advice for you on that, jot it down somewhere. If you have a particular job you want someone to do for you, but you are not sure of all the steps or all the things you want the person to do, just go online, just go to your Google. Google is your best friend. You know, someone said something that there are two G's that are very important in life. One is a big G, the other one is a small G. The big G is God. So I involve God in everything I do, including praying for you that you hear the right thing from me today. But the other G is a small G, is Google. And someone said that whatever you want to ask, that you can put it on Google. And that there are even some things you ask the big G, and the big G will refer you back to the small G that is already there. They already put it online. Don't stop praying. Stop asking questions. Go and check. So, so you may just want to put it there that, okay, I need someone to handle what's the job description for a creative director in a fashion house. You'll be surprised that you see step by step, like 10 or 5 or 10 things that the person needs to do. So it makes your work easier. Just copy it out and edit it to suit your own business. So that is JD, okay? What are the qualifications required for that person to have to be able to work with you? Like I said, I run a hospital, and sometimes we need doctors to work for us. So I cannot say that, okay, because somebody has been living in hospital environment, maybe, or is just, or has been working in the hospital, so you should just come and apply and I will just take the person. No. If I need a medical doctor, the person must have, the person must have the certificate to show that he or she is a medical doctor. If I need specialists in a particular discipline, in a particular aspect of surgery, I will put it out that way. So the person must have that certification. Though there are some jobs that you don't need to be specific about, you know, the qualification. For example, maybe you need someone that can help you move goods from one point to another. You don't need certificates to move goods. All they need is physical strength, physical energy, and maybe honesty and so on. But there are some jobs that require some specific kind of specifications, qualifications. So if that job requires qualification, then make sure you spell it out that this qualification is needed, so that those who don't have the qualification, they will not just come and clog your, you know, attraction, you know, site. All right. Are there any gender specification for these job requirements you want to hire someone for? So, on a lighter note, I saw something on the, was it on Twitter or on Instagram, somewhere on the street of social media, that says that since women are clamoring for gender equality, that they want to make it equal, so they need someone to offload a truck of bag that is filled with bags of cement. I say these people, they are not serious. But definitely, they can't be asking for a female or females to come and apply for that kind of job. Now you get what I'm trying to say. Though there are some jobs that, you know, has no gender, it doesn't have any, it's not gender specific, I mean to say. There are some jobs that are not gender specific, so it can be for a male or for female. But, you know, there are some jobs that are actually gender specific. Probably, you know, you run a crèche and you want maybe middle-aged women to come and assist you. So you have to specify, because some parents will be more comfortable to see women handling their children than to see men handling their children. So, you know, when you have this kind of thing, when you have this kind of job, you have to specify the gender. Are there other requirements by the company leadership? You know, some companies may say that, okay, because we are working in, let's say, for example, because we are in particular location, so we must give a quota of maybe 40 or 50% to natives of that community. So that kind of thing, you have to specify. But for some, there's nothing. So if there's nothing generic, nothing specific about that position, you don't have to put it there. But if you have specific requirements, then you have to put it there. Always balance your requirement with the law of the nation or your area. So what does this mean? There are some laws that guide some kind of jobs. So you must pay attention to them. You must pay attention to them. So find out what is obtainable where you're working or where your business is located, and work according to what will make you to be at peace with your community. Don't forget that when we spoke about when I took the class on introduction to entrepreneurship yesterday, I said your business is beneficial to your community. So please don't forget that. So the next thing is that next is to think about what those kind of people, that you want to get their attention. Where are they located? Where are they located? Where are they located? What is next is to think about where those kind of people are and how to get their attention to apply. Some company may choose not to do adverts, like I said earlier on, and just get recommendations from referees and work on it. So I have a little story here about this slide. The first time our business will hire an accountant, that was some years back. As a young business owner, I have not developed that kind of confidence to allow another person that is not part of the co-founders or is not a director in the business to let the person know everything about our, accounting and finance. So because I didn't have that confidence yet, I was so skeptical about who is going to be our company accountant. Sometimes, in fact, most times your accountant will know so much about your business. In fact, knows everything about the finances of the business. So because I was skeptical, I found it difficult to put an advert out there and say I'm looking for an accountant. Because I don't, we're also African. Sometimes we're also extra careful. You don't want setup. So how did I attract that first accountant? There's this organization in the city where I reside, in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. There's this big organization there because they have the name, brand visibility, the effigy, the pomp and pageantry, and the appearance. People just stroll into the big company and drop their CVs. And because they pay their staff well. So one of the things that make your company attractive is what people hear about your company. So please, whatever you are doing in your company, don't just think you treat people anyhow. What are going out there? I don't work in Google, but I know what is obtainable in Google. Because I wanted to know, I read about it, and I hear people say it. That's the same way people are also talking about your own business and they are hearing about it. Those things can make your business attractive to future employees or chase them away. So it's not just money that attracts people. So that's what we are talking about, this module about attraction. So you need to run your business well, be organized. And that's what we are doing now. So what I did was that, luckily I have a friend that works in that organization at a very top management level. So I spoke to her. I said, dear lady, I need an accountant for my business. And because I've not hired, that's several years ago I'm talking about now, I said, because I've not hired an accountant before, I'm also afraid. I don't want to hire someone and then I don't know so much about accounting, in business accounting and so on. So I don't want someone that will come and cheat me, someone that will make my life miserable. And I don't want to say it out to everybody so that the whole world will now come and apply. I'm in a dilemma of who to choose. Please, can you help me? Oh, she said, is that what you need? Oh, that is not a problem. People stroll into our organization and they drop CVs. Unsolicited CVs, they just drop it. So I'm going to search through the applications and CVs they drop, and I'll get you 4 top ones that I feel will fit your organization. Interview them and choose your fit. My dear listeners, do you know that was how we got our first accountant? And she's still connected to the business till today. In fact, she sent me a message this morning about something that she would like to do, we would like us to do together up till today. She's an asset forever. And I didn't have to advertise that I have a job vacancy because I didn't have that confidence as at that time. Now I can advertise. I am better. I know better. And I'm still learning more. So I'm just saying this to you. There is no, you, apart from getting the words out there, you can also ask for recommendations from people that you know can get you people. Another way to get, people to know about your job vacancies. Let's talk about what was obtainable before now, before the era of IT. When you buy the dailies or newspapers, depending on what you call it at your own side, you see job vacancies there. So that's one of the ways to attract people. You can use dailies in your community, newspapers around you to place your adverts to attract people to your business. You can also use radio. People use radio too. Though it's not common these days because of IT, but you can use radio too to let people know that there's vacancy somewhere and how people should apply. Then before we go into all these things, what is your policy on attraction? So you should have a policy that you've documented. That anytime we have a vacancy, this is how we are going to let people know. So that in the future, by the time your business grows so well and you are not sitting actively involved in the business and you are probably just just an executive member or a director that is not working there actively, people know what to do. And that's how you can achieve peace of mind. So please, you're going to write it down now. How you choose to attract people when you have vacancy. So policies is about writing scenarios and what you will do in such scenarios. And the way you can review them is that when you have another active thing happening, you can always review, you can always add to it, you can always remove if you think those policies and I told you yesterday that policies are laws, are not relevant again, you can scrap them, okay? But whatever you are doing, before it becomes binding on your staff, you must let them be aware of it. It's very important, okay? That makes you a good leader, not a tyrant, okay? All right. So another way to let people know about your, attract people to your business or to your vacancy, it's also, I've spoken about newspaper, radio. Another way is by placing, advertorials on maybe billboards or village square or town square or city centers. You can just put it there like, okay, this is so person. I'm sure when you walk around your city, you must have seen 1 or 2 advertorials saying that a vacancy is needed somewhere. So that's another way. All these ways I've described, they are the old ways of doing it. People are still using it because they've not changed their policy or they prefer it that way. But there are newer ways, and the newer way involves this IT era. So you can put it on your social media handles. You can put it there that you need this kind of stuff. Don't forget the things we said in the last slide, because those are the things that will be in the adverts that you are putting out there. The job, the kind of person you need, the job they will do, the qualifications they must have, maybe it's gender specific, maybe there's kind of soft skill they must have. All those things must be there. Okay? So I hope you are getting something in this class. I hope it's making sense, right? Please let me know in the chat box what you're learning as we go on. Hey, dear business owner, I have this important announcement for you. Please look at your screen and read what is there. This is very, very important. Do you know why it's important? It's important because many people, they send adverts out there, but they will not put deadline. So maybe January this year, they needed a teacher, a mathematics teacher for maybe primary school. Let's assume this is a educational institution. And they put word out there in January 2020. They did not put deadline there that application must come in between so time and so time. So they will continue forever to receive application for a job that they already found a fit. A job they already found someone who fits that job. They will still be receiving application years after. I'm sure some of us who use WhatsApp, you will see that there are some job vacancies that you see like broadcast. You saw it 3 years ago. You saw it last year. You saw it early this year. In fact, this week you saw it again. The same job vacancy, the same email. The reason why people kept sharing it is because the day they saw it is the first time they are seeing it. So they will keep helping you to share. So before you know it, you have job vacancy for 5 people, but you received like 5 million applications. And it's becoming a nuisance to you. So please, anytime you are putting adverts out there, put a deadline date there. If you don't find the right fit by the deadline, create another deadline so that you will not continue to receive application, for vacancies that you already found someone who, or people who were fit for these slots or vacancies. All right. So we're talking about a selection system. A selection system includes job analysis. So I've said that before. You need to analyze what is the job that the person is going to do and what are the vacancies that needs to be filled. The following company policy in hiring, looking for the right fit without neglecting the certification. You understand? A selection system includes job analysis and following company policy. So don't forget, policy has come into it again. You must write policies, rules, laws that guide how you attract and you select people for the job. Because when there are no policies, that's when, your HR person or yourself, you just hire people based on how you feel, not based on your policy. Policy is very important, So, and following company policy in hiring, looking for the right fit without neglecting the certification, the soft and the core skills. I said that before. The soft skill is also important. The core skills needed to fit the job position perfectly. So, these are very, very important. So you can see that policy showed up again. A selection system includes job analysis and following I've said this, to find someone who is fit for the job. This ensures that the selection criteria are related. This ensures that the job selection criteria are job related and will provide meaningful organizational value. So when you are writing your policies, when you are selecting people for the job, after they have, they've given you all their CVs, you've attracted them, you must select who will be, who you're going to, interview for the job. So it's not all the CVs that come, you interview all of them. That would be a complete waste of time. So you need to, be able to select those who will go to the next stage of this HR journey with you. And be sure that you choose people that will contribute meaningfully. People that will contribute meaningfully to your organization. In this selection phase, you will shortlist the CVs and pick those that will likely match the available positions. You've not done the interview. So you've attracted them. You will select from the CVs, those who have come to you, those who you think will fit. For example, you have slots for just 5 people, and about 600 people applied, sent in their CVs. So in the selection phase, you go through the CVs and choose the ones that you think they will likely match the available position. Those you think will likely match it, you choose them. So that means you have scaled it down. So you could scale down to like maybe 10, but you know your final destination is 5. Then you invite those ones for an interview, which could be oral, it could be physical, like seeing them physically or virtually. Now, COVID-19 has made it so easy for us to be virtual and still get same or similar results to physical presence. And you can, so their interview could be oral and written, or oral or written interview, or it could be both. So your policy that you're going to write is also going to say that, okay, these are the general questions we'll ask anyone that wants to join our company. Then you can add some specific questions so that if, as a business owner, you don't have to be the one to hire all the time. In fact, in my business, recently, okay, not recently, but for a while, I stopped joining the HR team in doing interview for prospective staff. And the advantage, the reason being that I train the HR staff or the HR team on how to interview people, and they give feedback. It's even good for me because I train about 3 or 4 people on how to do the interview in the HR team. They get to do the interview. Individually, they send their reports. Then I as the business, as the business owner, I will now use their individual feedbacks to judge which of the candidates will be fit for the position. And if I need to also see them like a second stage of interview, it's easier. So I don't have to go through all the stress. So please, business owners, put structure, document what you want, train your staff. Your head of departments, they can help you with some of these things. And this is how to be able to achieve that peace of mind that we spoke about. This is how you will be able to have that vacation you have dreamed about. And the house will not burn. The company will not burn down before you come back. All right. So you can write out specific questions. They can have oral. It's good to always do, give at interview point. It's good to always allow some of these prospective staff or prospective employee to write. I know why I'm saying that. Some people, when you see their CVs full of big, big grammars, when you see some of them, they will be able to say what they want to say. But by the time you ask them to now write, that is when you will now see another amazing level of drama. So that could also be a screening exercise for you, where you can screen people. So you can mix it. You can just do oral. You can also mix it, whatever you want, and you'll be able to see what is happening, and you'll be able to also make up your mind on who and who not to hire. Dear entrepreneur, please listen to this. It is very, 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 very important. It is what? Very, very important. Do not hire someone who you will need permission to fire. I feel like ringing a bell or beating a drum. Did you hear that? Do not hire someone you will need permission before you can fire. And as a business owner, pay attention to this, because you have a very organized business, a good business, and many people want to be part of this, your business, to help you and so on. But some people, they don't have the best, they are not the best fit. And sometimes you could you would have had some recruitment error. That's what you call it. When you hire, when you put the square peg in the round hole, it's called recruitment error. When you have recruitment error, you may have to sanction or fire and so on. But when you allow external influences in your business, you allow external influences in your business, for people to tell you that, oh, hire this person, this is the person you should hire, and when you hire those people, by the time they have done something wrong and you want to fire them, you will not start feeling bad. Oh, and it's my pastor's wife that recommended her. And because of that, you cannot fire. Because of that, you cannot fire. Please don't do that to yourself. Even if people that you love, people that you respect, they recommend people to you, please also let them know that in your business, that you have policies. That in your business, that you have policies. So that they will know that the policies guide your hiring, your training, your assessment, your firing, and whatever you do. When they know, they will not interfere in how you do your business. So, but if you know that this person that recommends this staff to me, or this staff came through someone, I will have to beg them, even if this person has done the wrong thing, before I can fire the person. It's better you don't hire the person. I hope this gets us, I hope we are paying attention to this cautionary advice. Then, another thing I also want to deal with before we go on is about hiring of family members, or people who are related to you. Please, it's okay to hire them if they are the right fit, but do not hire if you don't have your policies documented, because definitely at some point there could be this thin line, this confusing line between, they being your staff and, familiarity coming in. So if you know you cannot handle that intricacy, if you know you cannot handle that issue, please don't bother to hire. But if you know you have, your company policies are documented, and you let them know from the beginning that, yes, we are related. Yes, you are the sister of my uncle's brother's cousin and so on. But this is a company. It is not me. I am separate. I'm different from this company. There's a clear difference between me as a person and me, and this business you are in. So we're going to run everything by the policy of the business, and we are not going to do familiarity. Let them know from the beginning. Let them know from the start. Let them have a copy of the policy, have access to it, to read it, and let them know that whatever sanction is there, they are going to go through it too. If they break any of those policies or rules and so on. In that way, that's how to have peace of mind. All right, so let's go to the next one. Then I would like us to take note of this. It's very, very important. Don't forget, all these things I'm teaching you since, it's just a chapter. Whatever we are teaching this whole week is just one chapter in my book. Entrepreneurship is a beautiful thing. Entrepreneurship is a beautiful thing. So make sure you get your copy. Make sure you get your copy. All right. I'll share the link, or later I'll find a way to send it here. Please, if you look at this page and this is not happening in your business, know that this is one of the reasons why you have joined this HRM course. So if you have employees working with you now and these processes are not there, please, after this training, either today or this week, make sure that you put things in place. Okay? So when you select the eligible candidate, so you've done the attraction, you've selected, you've done the interview, you've selected who is fit for the position. So this is the next thing to do. So please pay attention. It's very important. When you select the eligible candidates, You must give him or her the following documents. Number one, employment letter on your company letterhead paper. On your company letterhead paper, you must, you must put the employment letter on your company letterhead paper. It's very important. It makes it very official. It makes it, it makes the communication binding. And after this slide, I'll discuss with us what are the what are the information that must be on the employment letter. It's very important. There are some information that must be on the employment letter. So I'll put it in after, it will be on the next slide. So don't go anywhere and enjoy the training. All right. So number one, you give the staff employment letter on company's letterhead. Then number two, make sure you get employee data form, which the new staff will sign. So you get, you get all their data. Inside this data, you'll get their next of kin, because sometimes you may not see your staff, they're supposed to come to work. You may not know who to call. Referees are also different from next of kin. Referees usually has to do with jobs that they've done before or schooling, people who know them as per the capacity to do the job. For next of kin are usually like family members. So you may need to get all those things in the employee data. If you don't have it, you can Google it. What are samples of employee data? Or you reach out to me and I'll find a way to help you. Employee data, fill all those, get them to fill all those things. Then acceptance letter, they must also write the company a letter to say that this employment you've given me, this employment letter I got, I appreciate it and I have accepted all the terms and conditions, the policy of your company and all the things, that come with the package. So they have to write you acceptance letter and send it back. Is that okay? And, then the next thing is that all this must be in duplicate. So the acceptance letter, they should keep their own copy, you get your own copy. The employment letter you gave them, you must also, as a company owner, you must also have a copy, not personal copy like with you, but your company must have a copy of that same letter you gave out. Then the employee data form, which the new staff, filled, you must have a copy. So all of these things is what you open a file with. So every staff in your company must have a file. Staff file, staff file, staff file, staff file. Why am I repeating it? Because it's very important. It's very, very important. This is your pathway to having an organized business. Don't you think that is good? Yeah, it's good. All right. So don't just do things anyhow and say, yeah, we are fashion designer, we just make clothes. What are we doing with file? See, your employees, they can smell when you are not organized. And when you're organized, they don't play with you. They don't do nonsense. They do the right thing. If they have challenges, they will approach you and let you know, and you find a way around it. You understand? So then give him or her staff identification number or staff ID card. So let them have something unique that connects them to the company. Then file all the copies of these letters there. As we go on, you will understand the letter, you have to write some things there. So these are the kind of things you write in the employment letter. So that's what I am just trying to tell us now. All right. So number one, you want to have your staff bio data in the employment letter. I'm not saying the file. That means in the letter, you have to say the person's name that you are writing to. That's what I mean by bio data. You want to say the name, dear Mr. Ajela Anwa Amoko. Congratulations, whatever way you want to design your letter, but don't forget you have to put the person's name and some few things about the person in the letter. So show that that letter belongs to that staff. Then number two, you have to write the designation and position in that letter. So if you are hiring someone and the person is going to be working for you as maybe a front desk officer, you have to write it there, front desk officer. Don't just write it, you don't let it be ambiguous. I'm going to tell you a story soon, how this employment letter saved me as a business owner. It has saved me before, so I know what I'm saying. And you could need it to save you sometimes too. So write the person's job designation or position, staff job description too. What you are hired into so position, and these are the things you will do. Write the salary amount and all relevant statutory deductions. So you know that you are going to also write it there, that let the person know that payee will be deducted from the, staff tax taxes will be deducted from the person's salary. So write it there. So if, for example, the kind of tax they pay in your own country is payee, so write it there. Payee will be deducted from your salary. If the other deduction, maybe you do welfare deduction, write it there. If there, maybe you do some cautionary fees, whatever it is, let it be clear from the beginning that it's there. Then number 5, also probation period. If you do probation in your company, for example, some companies will say that before you can be promoted or before you can become a full staff, you must have worked for 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, whatever it is. And that's one of the privilege of being an employer of labor, being a CEO. You determine what you want, okay? Or you determine it alongside your other co-founders or other directors or your board members. But just make sure it is documented that, okay, in this company, your probation period is going to be for 3 months. And during this probation period, these are the things that are required of you. So some people will say during our probation period, we only pay you 90% of your salary, we withhold 10%. Then after your probation period, we will give you all the money together. Whatever it is, let it be clear from the onset. Let it be documented. So I'll say something about probation period becomes, that's the period before the person becomes a permanent staff, and also helps the person to know when to expect a pay rise. So you can let the person know that, okay, if you do well, we are going to increase your money, or after probation, your salary will be changed to this. Whatever it is, you are liberty. Let it be there, but let it be a policy that is just informing what is in the letter. Then 6, you may also want to let the person know about the company policies. You may not write all the policies there so that the letter will not turn to an employment Bible. I hope you are listening to me. So that the letter will not turn to employment Bible. So you can't write everything there because it will be so voluminous, but you can just drop a comment there that we will let you know, or we have intimate you with our company policies and we expect you to follow them. Let them know that there are rules here. Then notification of adherence to all company policies and guidelines. So you can just put it there too. So we cannot exhaust this topic, but just know that these things are important. So this next slide says that if you don't have these documents, bring out your notes. This statement is for you, and develop one. If you cannot afford to hire somebody to do it for you, if you want to hire someone, I'm available. I'm going to help you. I will help you to do it. I'm available. So please reach out to me. I can help you develop your company policies, either HR or whatever you want it to be. I'll work with you. I can help you do it. I do one-on-one. In fact, I already have a client for September. She wants it to be this month, but I told her I have to also involve you because the policy is not going to be my own company policy I'm giving to you. It's going to be customized to you. So I will still have to ask you questions. So we need time for ourselves. So she has booked September. So September, I'm doing one-on-one. I'm doing group coaching. I'm doing so many other things. But September is a paid month, so it's not free. All right. Okay. So you can hire somebody to do these things for you. If you know as a small business owner, you can't afford to hire someone now, you can just get yourself, just do it. And that's why we are doing this training for you. Because when you know you can do it by yourself, if you if you cannot afford to hire one, if you can, then get one. But remember that you will still have to communicate your idea on that process to the consultants that you hire, and that will form your own company culture. So some of you, your companies, you have no culture there. Everything is anywhere belle face, na road. So if that is your business, know that it's not going to be attractive. People that work with you and see that you are so disorganized, they will take the words out there and tell other people that you are not organized. So you are not attractive to employees. So you cannot attract star employees that way. So organize yourself, and your organization starts from documenting your laws, your processes, and your procedures, okay? If you don't have these documents, bring out your notes and develop one. Like I said before, you have to develop one. You cannot, there's no middle way to it. So this is my final notes to you. Here is my question for you. Yes, you. What are your company policies on attraction and selection? What are your company policies on attraction and selection? How do what are your documented ways in which you will attract star employees? What are your documented ways by which you will attract and select star employees? So those employees you need, they are actually out there, but they are also waiting for you. As you are also praying that you get them to come into your business, they are also waiting for you to do the right thing in your business. So I love this picture so much. I feel to share it with you. So I would like to hear your feedback, and thank you so much for listening. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. So sorry about all the itches about today. Tomorrow will be way, way, way superb by the grace of God. We talk about the big G and the small G. All right. So let me know if all right. So someone asked a question. Do you need a lawyer to make policy legal? No, you don't need a lawyer to make your policies legal. What you need to make it legal is to ensure that it does not contravene the law of the land. Is that okay? It does not contravene the law of the land. So, in your company, you are the government in the company. But make sure that whatever policies you're making does not, go against the policy, or no, the laws of the land where you operate. So if it doesn't go against it, you're good to go. But I will always add this but there. Whatever policy that you are going to, create for your company, make sure that you communicate it effectively to your staff. Then let it have a start-up date. And don't start using the policy until you have finished communicating it to your staff. Then don't also stop there. Always open lines of communication to train and retrain. So please make sure you are available because I want your company to be organized. That's what makes your business an organization. So some of us, we are not running organization. Is what they call in Nigeria, anywhere belle face na road. That's what we are running. It's not a business. Someone, Hawaii Prime, says, thank you for the presentation. I appreciate it. Not seen this kind before. You are just an expression of God's love to me. Because if I have something to teach and no one to hear me, then it's one-sided. You guys have really, really made it balanced. And to the very senior colleagues here, I want to say thank you. I appreciate your support. To aspiring entrepreneurs here, thank you for coming to learn. The mistakes I made, you will definitely not make them because you've learned. And for fellow entrepreneurs, I say keep the grind on. Let's do it thoroughly. Let's do our policies. Don't forget my question to you. So do you have policy in your company, do you have documented, guidelines, rules of engagement as it pertains attraction and selection of star employees? So at this point, I think we'll bring this course to a close. Tomorrow we'll work on our timing, on everything better. So please pre-order my book. You'll receive the hard copy. I'm sending in the hard copy. Some who wants the soft copy, you will also get it too. And I'm also looking forward to the official launching, which will be in some weeks' time. So what you can do to say thank you to me is to also support me by buying this book and support your business. So don't forget, it's an allowable expenses of your business. So you can put it under your business expense, under research and training. That's what the book does for you. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. by God's grace, it's not going to, we will not miss the timing. God bless you all and have a wonderful time. Please tell your friends about this. Tell people who are into entrepreneurship and they are struggling a lot. Tell them to be part of this. When they are part of this, they will have peace of mind and their business will grow. God bless you.